All right, so our next track is This My Blood. So I'm gonna go ahead and read the lyrics first. Do something a little bit different. Let me read the lyrics first. And the lyrics read, A war unleashed up in heaven upon your eyes, and behold, this is Armageddon. This is the time for the awakening. Open your eyes and behold, angel of light, rain of fire. This is the Armageddon, a war unleashed up in heaven. The rain of darkness will fall. This is Armageddon. Angel of light, rain of fire. Open your eyes and behold. This is the final encounter. This is Armageddon, a war unleashed up in heaven upon your eyes, and behold, this is Armageddon. So those are the lyrics, and then my impressions of the lyrics. Let me see. Let me give you my thoughts of the lyrics. It says, as I listen to this track, I imagine someone's eyes finally opening and above and seeing what is truly happening in heaven above a battle against good and evil, watching light and darkness fight a war that has been going on for a long time. This is Armageddon. So it's just a visual picture that I have in my head when I read the lyrics and I follow along with the music. And then uh, I'm also gonna read what I wrote, and then I'm gonna play the track for my my reactions and then uh, feedback in real time. But I've already listened to this track, and what I wrote is the excitement of hearing the panning in the left ear being played loudly, the shredding of the tremolo picking on the left ear, and the excitement and anticipation of waiting to listen to what will be played on the right, while the guitar is also being played softly on the right, is enjoyable in this track from the start. Drum roll, please, and another helping of shredding guitar flicks and a punch of explosive vocals in my cereal bowl, please. Then you get a switch of the right ear being louder and the left ear playing quieter, adding flavor and dynamics to this track. The beginning of this track is charged with lots of energy from the sound of the vocals. It is much more aggressive than the first two tracks. The sounds the sounds are much tighter, giving only a few spots where the instruments can breathe and resonate. Like the previous track, this track is lightly coated with some synth magic to give it some flavor. Moreover, one thing to notice is that there is a small rest at the 3 minute mark and the 3:03 mark with a light tap of the right cymbal, which signifies a pin drop amid the silence. That's just my interpretation of that part. Finally, just like the first track, the ending stops with uh, this ambient sound that is a nice touch to the end of the track. Let me go ahead and play the music. I'm using my phone right now. Let me see. Let's go. So you hear that first part with the guitar shredding, and then the drum roll, and then the explosiveness of the track. I mean the explosiveness of chords vocals, and it just you're hearing the snare drum just being just played, and then the explosiveness at 37 seconds. One, two, three, four. you hear the continuation of the theme being played. So it's being played maybe for a couple of bars here and there. Yeah, and then there's a little bit of change of the theme that's being played. Hmm. I'm telling you, like if you listen to this album while you're working out, you're gonna get a nice pump. It's gonna help you finish your workout or whatever you're doing, going for a run or whatever you're doing. And then there's a little change at like the 2 minute 10 second mark. I like the melody of the guitar being played here. And then at 2:23, it just changes again. And the drum rolls, I like the drum rolls sound of the preset of the snare drum that they have selected. And then the synthesizers are pretty uh it's a pretty good layer. And then like I mentioned at the 3 minute mark, you hear that pin drop kind of thing going on. Really good album and a good track as well. I'm trying to see if I could pick up other things that I missed from this track. That's why I'm not really saying much right now. I like the atmosphere, the power, the energy of this track. And like I mentioned before, I like the sound of the snare drum here because sometimes the sound of snare drums can be a little bit dull and muted, and sometimes I just don't like that. Depending on the how the music is written. Uh, yeah, I like the vocals really bringing out that black metal vocals out. And then around like 4:30, the theme kind of shifts or it moves into another section. I love those layers of vocals. It's around the time frame 5:10. So the layers, you just gotta love the layering that Mark and his producer were doing to really make this track stand out. Yeah, and at the end it has this little nice, like I said, the nice resonance and it's like a breath like of air being like just exhaled. And then the the synth sound, the resonation, uh, I guess you can say the decay and the release of the synth at the end, just gives it that like exhaling kind of emotion of the synths. And I like how the sound at the end, it just resonates and it just lingers and it starts fading out at the end of the track. So that's what I like about this track. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm using Audio-Technica headphones. So I'm not using anything like super special. These headphones are like for studio production. I think some of you guys know that, but I'm trying to pick up the best I can with these headphones. And yeah, just the track is really, really great. Uh, Hopefully, maybe in the future when I'm doing more of these reviews, maybe I could have someone on as a guest to review the tracks, or maybe make things a little bit more simpler. Maybe just giving a whole and general review of the album. But right now, I'm just really focusing on track by track, very like absorbing the music. And it's like if you're eating a meal, right? You're eating a meal, or you're eating a different like a different course meal, three-course meal, and you're just having different tastes of the tracks, and you're trying to absorb as much as you can, and really take in the experience of each track. So that's what I'm doing here. And I hopefully you guys like my reviews, and hope I'll see you guys in the next review, in the next track. The next track uh is an acoustic one, and it's gonna be a good one. So hopefully you guys can just go listen to the next video that I have up. Hopefully, maybe tomorrow or some other day, I'll upload more of these tracks. And like I said, I hope you guys are listening to the tracks. Uh, and I don't have the music up. I could if if I got permission, or I can use the like one of those copyright disclaimers for uh, review, critique, commentary, or stuff like that. But I think it's very important that you guys go and listen to it for yourselves, and then maybe you write feedback, or maybe even make a video response and say, "Hey, Daniel, I agree with you with this, or I agree with you with that." And I'm just, I like how you're breaking down certain things, and feedback is always good. But at the end of the day, I just really want you guys to absorb this music and really enjoy the production, the composition, the effort, the lyrics, and the theme of this album. So hopefully, you guys enjoyed this review, and I will see you guys hopefully in the next review of the next track.